And the 1-1. Popped up, right field, near the line. Duert on the run, and he makes the catch on the slide.
Wow.
Zach Duert ran that one down from a mile away. Potentially saves the game for the Mocs as that one was going to drop just a foot or two inside of the foul line. And the payoff pitch. Grounded in between first and second. Diving stop by Jacob Teeter. The feed to first in time as DeSanti covers the bag for the first out in the top of the 10th. And the 1-1 from DeSanti. Popped up, shallow left center. Going to be trouble. Coming in on it and making the diving catch, as Alan Burns said. Mocs with back-to-back defensive gems to start off this 10th inning. And the payoff pitch. In the air, left field.
My goodness.
This one is out of here, and this game is over. Arrivederci.
Oh, my
goodness. A walk-off home run for Zach Duert. His second home run in as many games, and the Mocs pick up the win by a final of 6-5.
Beast.
Duert takes the 3-2 offering right over the left field fence, and the Mocs are 2-0 on the season. And the 2-2 pitch. Hit the other way, well hit to left field. This one's got a chance. It is going to carry over the fence in opposite field. 3-run home run for Jacob Teeter. Arrivederci, his 11th of the season. Mocs up 3-0. And that ball's hit well to left field. Maglich going back to the track. He's near the wall. He's going to jump up and rob the home run. A defensive play of the year candidate by Christian Maglich, who brings back what would have been the second home run of the game for Nick DeTringo. Tip your cap, JT Henson. Maglich, like Spider-Man on the left field wall, gets his entire upper half of his body over top to scale it masterfully, bringing that one back, one away in the top of the 9th.
This Saturday, Brett Hansen became the third basketball player in school history to score 2,000 career points early in the first half of the Mocs contest against Embry-Riddle. Here's what he had to say about the milestone.
2,000 career points, a great game all around, great team game, but that milestone, what does it mean to you, man?
It feels great. I mean, it's humbling to be with Kevin and John Ebling on the board. I mean, they're two great players, and it's a great program, so it feels really good.
You knew this has been coming for a little bit. You almost got there on Wednesday. It's been building up for a couple of weeks. Jack got to 1,000 points the other week. What do these milestones mean as they start to accumulate over your senior season?
It means a lot, but I mean, it just comes along with our success and how well we're doing, the guys on our team, so couldn't really do it without them.
A big team win. You guys really fought and clawed your way through this one. It was close all the way to the end. How'd you guys keep battling throughout this game?
We didn't really shoot the ball well, but it was really physical. I thought we battled all game, and that's something we've been working on. So it felt really good to grind that win out, even if we're not shooting the ball great.
Head coach Mike Donnelly said, quote, "The kid played with no pressure. We are really happy for Brett, and I couldn't be prouder of him," end quote. The Mocs improved to 19-2 on the season following the win.
Jack, great win here tonight for the team. You had 6 guys scoring double figures. Really blew this one out. You got a chance to get some guys in, get some minutes at the end of the game. What did that mean for you as one of the captains of this team to see some guys get to take some shots there at the end?
It was a great program win. I mean, you know, we went nuts when those guys were making threes at the end of the game. It's great to get them in the game. I mean, they worked so hard in practice for us to be, 21-2 or whatever you are right now. And, Schneer's been a really hard worker. Shout out to my boy Schneer. He knocked down 2 of them. That was awesome.
For you, a career high 29 here tonight. You added 13 rebounds. What was that like for you? Really went off there in the second half.
It wasn't really any different than any other night. I'm just doing whatever it takes to get the team W. The ball went in the basket a few times and came out with a win, so it was great.
Another big game for you guys as a team. What's really been working lately? You got 3 weeks left of the season. What do you want to see the guys do these last 3 weeks?
We got a couple big ones coming up. I think we need to play really good defense for 40 minutes. I think that's going to be the difference in, making this championship run that we're trying to, accomplish here. So defense for 40 minutes, and obviously, we can put on an offensive show any night, doesn't matter. So.
Congrats on the good game and another win. Good luck over the rest of the season. All right.
Thank you.
Now, Andrew, the Mocs played a phenomenal series at Henley. Could you run us through this weekend?
Well, they had some timely hitting, as we saw evident in that second game on Saturday. Friday night, it was a great start, a shutout, a 5-0 win on Friday. And then on Sunday, they had a 12-run inning in Sunday's game. They blew that one out pretty well. And it was just a great all-around start. There was some highlight plays on defense that we saw a couple of seconds ago in the show. There was some great offense, and the pitching was really just lights out from start to finish. A lot of positives to look at if you're this coaching staff.
And now switching over to basketball, we were both there for Brett Hansen's 2,000th point, a huge milestone. Can you walk us through the atmosphere of what it was like in that field house?
It was one of the more unique atmospheres that we've seen at the Fieldhouse. You described it pretty well, that it was a rare moment in sports where we got to kind of step back and just appreciate a player and a milestone. There was a bit of break in action from the game, and there was an announcement over the PA system. It was really cool for Brett. Something else that was cool to note was that we interviewed Brett's dad during the halftime show, and both Dave and Brett Hansen recognized the other two Mocs in that 2,000-point career club. And it's just, that's not something that you necessarily would expect both of them to know and be able to name those guys, especially on the spot during those in-game interviews. And it was really cool to see them just take that moment to reflect on the history of the program and to recognize those two guys as well.
Absolutely, it really was quite a moment. Now switching over to JV baseball, they picked up a 6-5 win in their regular season opener just on this Monday. What were some of the highlights from that game?
Well, our pitching was absolutely dynamic on Monday. It was awesome to see. Our guys had 14 strikeouts to just 4 walks, so they really just filled up the strike zone the entire game. Offensively, 10 hits, 6 runs, only 1 error as a defense. We played one of our better all-around games since I've been here now in my 3rd season. It was a great way to start this season and just start off on a real high note.
That's exactly what Coach Donnelly was talking about in that timeout. Yeah, it's a 10-point lead, but there's no need to force anything, especially on the offensive end. Move around, pass the ball, create the shots that they want to take. Stop forcing things and playing under pressure. They still have the lead. They need to expand on it. He doesn't like that it's a 10-point lead, but they need to stop forcing everything to be so perfect and just pass the ball around and wait for that shot opportunity to come. Back up top.